This is John 4:14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving our praise on going to Yahweh. Bashim Hashab, Bashim Kakurash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Alright, and today's lesson is going into what the living waters are. Alright. So I'm going to read it again. This is John 4:14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him and a well of water springing up into everlasting thirst. Alright, now this isn't really talking about, actual water, but it's talking about, this right here, the word of the Lord, the word of the Lord. Alright, so, whenever you hear, talking about living waters, it's not talking about actual water. It's not talking about you being actually thirsty, but it's talking about you needing, to hear the word more. Otherwise, you might dry out. You might be needing to take this more seriously, or otherwise you might dry out. So when he goes, whosoever drinketh the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. All right. That doesn't mean he's going to give you 1 cup of water and you're never going to be thirsty for the rest of your life. It's talking about, you will never not be in the knowing. You will always be in this knowing, you'll never be left out. As long as you're in this truth, as long as you're in this thing, the Lord will never forsake you. All right. And real quick, this is John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture had said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters. All right. Again, not talking about actual water, but this is the important part. This is John 7:38. He that believeth on me. All right, you got to believe in the Lord. You can't just, I believe, make a 5-minute video and then, not make another one for another month, And I speak to myself first and foremost because that's how I used to be, I used to, be something like that, until, one of the brothers clicked it in me. It was like, yo, man, you got to step it up, man, All right, so these living waters is the word of the Lord, all right? And, when you're in the loop, or when you're constantly refreshing yourself with this water, you're never going to dry out. You're never going to be thirsty. You're never going to, you're never going to be forsaken, all right? Because, it's a scary thing, It's a scary thing to be in this thing and you see people, you see people leaving this thing and they were once someone really respected. And, it's just a scary sight, It's a scary sight. All right. Revelations 21:6. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. All right. And that is, again, the living waters. All right. if you're really thirsty, if you're really, constantly wanting to learn, the Lord is going to put that. The Lord is going to give you answers. The Lord is definitely going to give you answers, whether it be via brothers, whether it be via whatever. All right. The Lord will give you answers, but you have to pray. You have to ask. You have to ask for these things. They ain't just going to give it to you, All right. John 7:37. In the last day, the great day of the feast, Yahushua stood up and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. All right. All right. Jeremiah 7:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. All right. So that answers your question right there. Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. Okay? The Lord is the fountain of living waters. All right? His word is the fountain of living waters. If you forsake that, your body can't live off of just food. It needs water. And when you forsake that water, you're going to die. And they dead in the spirit. And have hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. While they are broken vessels that can hold no water. They can't acknowledge the Lord, and they can't get knowledge. All right. So to answer the question in simple, the living waters is the word of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right. And it's like I had to let that car pass. But, it is important to keep these living water afloat, because once that abrupts, once it stops, what do you have left? You got to be constantly thirsty. You got to be constantly, drinking. You got to be constantly in this thing, so that you never be thirsty. All right. So let me read that one again. Real quick. Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. All right. So you don't want to be one of these, things that can't hold any water, because then the Lord, what is the Lord gonna, the Lord can help you, And, before I close out, let me get this one right here. This is Isaiah 12:3. Therefore with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation. All right. This word of the Lord is salvation. This is the truth. The truth of the whole thing. All right. This is, people call us conspiracy theorists, but we're just reading out the Bible, And just because, just because the Lord finally gave us, the knowledge to crack the code, all of a sudden now we're conspiracy theorists, All of a sudden everything got to be scientific, But that's pretty much it. With that, I'm going to say shalom.